Hello friends, let's talk about organizational politics today. This is part 1 of the video series of organizational politics in which we will be talking about what politics is and what are the different ways of organizational politics. So politics is basically a term related closely to power. It is a way to use power and it is essential, or you can say unavoidable, part of any organization. Sometimes we are involved in organizational politics unknowingly. Politics relate to the ways people gain and use power. Politics has no place in general in organization, but as I said, it is we all, knowingly or unknowingly, we are all involved in organizational politics. So what formal definition of organizational politics say? It is informal, unofficial, and sometimes behind the scenes effort to sell ideas, influence an organization, increase power, or to achieve targeted objectives. Why we are doing politics? For the purpose of achieving objectives. Achievement of objectives can be done in official way or unofficial way. When we are doing it in unofficial way by using our legitimate or some other referent knowledge power, it is called organizational politics. So political behavior of employees, it is not part of one's formal role. Mm, like contract or your duties and responsibilities has not assigned you that particular role that you have to play these role, but it is influence. It is a way to influence other so that we can get advantage or we can avoid disadvantages within the organization. There are certain sort of political behavior. One we can do in proper way or legal or legitimate way, and the other is illegitimate, means it should not be permitted in the day-to-day things. Legitimate political behavior is okay. It is something which is accepted in normal day-to-day politics, and it is not that bad for organization. But illegitimate political behavior, this is something which should not be accepted or which is not acceptable by most of the organization. People in organization, they do not prefer that that employees or other people should violate proper fair rules of the organization, or rules in general, we can say rules of the game. So in general, when we define organizational politics, as I said, as I explained, it is use of power and influence in organization. And why we are using this power? What is the purpose of using this power? So that objectives, whether it is objective of an individual or objective of organization, they can be achieved. And political behavior, if we go to define political behavior, these are the some behavior which are not officially sanctioned, means permitted by the organization rules and policies, but people use these behavior, they take advantage of these type of behavior so that they can influence others, they can achieve their personal goals, or they can take advantage of all those things to achieve organizational objective. But indirectly, it is for, if organizational objectives are achieved, these achievement will help them to achieve their personal goals. So how one can do politics, or what are the different action which are called organizational politics? The first, the nastiest and the easiest form of doing organizational politics is attacking and blaming. This is a way in which whenever we are unable to fulfill something, or whenever something goes wrong, whenever the things that are expected from one are not achieved, they try to shift the responsibility of not achieving those things on other employee. Or if I have committed something wrong, I'll attack on other. It is generally said that offense is better defense. So if someone is offensing me, before that I will offend, I will in spite of defending, I'll attack that person, I'll put blame of all the wrongdoings on that person, so the things will go in my favor. The other way of organizational politics is manipulate classified information. The member who is involved in this, they are having control on different type of observation, and they carefully control the information, means they decide what information is to be distributed when the other person is in need of that, is essentially needing that information. By providing that information, they can get power or favor of that person. For example, they may reveal some information, pricing strategies or etc., or they may reveal, like a few organization can reveal how performance appraisal will done. If I am in charge of performance appraisal and I am disclosing the information to someone who is close to me, so that I'll get the favor of that person, I'll reveal what are the basis of performance appraisal or how it will be done and who all will be responsible for doing that thing. Officially, this should not be disclosed, but to get favor of someone, I am disclosing this information. And then increasing indispensability. Indispensability means no one can substitute me, or no one can substitute that particular team. If I'll increase that indispensability, then the task cannot be done without me. It can be done either by controlling some resources or by controlling some information or in any other way. Means what I'm doing, I'm trying that no one can substitute me. There is no substitute available in organization which can take my place. So this is another way of organizational politics. And one thing that you must have heard throughout world, this particular political way is famous, and it is divide and rule. If coalitions are there, two people are working together, what I can do, I can divide them either by giving them false information or any other way. Like it is generally said that long back East Indian Company used this particular technique in India. They divided all the Hindu kings just to so that they can rule that kingdom. A business firm had may generate conflict between marketing team and finance team so that they will get the thing. HR manager can divide one union on different basis so that he get all the powers of or all the favor of all the members of such trade union. Then comes the other form of political behavior or organizational politics is forming coalitions, getting attached to someone or making someone to favor the person, influence people, making groups with people, and whenever such groups are formed, that group will support one person. A support B on an issue, then later on that B will support A. So they are in group, in forming group, they show their strength. And obviously it is said and we are often taught, united we stand and divided we fall. So this particular thing is measured or taken care at the time of forming coalition, that we all should be united so that we can present our strength in front of others. The next way in which organizational politics can be done by employees of an organization is alliance with powerful people, the people who are having power in organization. This power can be legitimate, given by organization by hierarchy, and making association with such type of people. Obviously the one who is having connection with some powerful people or people who are at higher hierarchy or at higher level, obviously will have certain information, will have certain benefits that they can get. So the person who is above one on the ladder, they grab that thing, that favor, to influence other who are below in organizational ladder. So this is how the people get power. If I am associated with someone who is at top level in organization, then the people who are subordinate to me will not create problems for me. And by taking advantage of that thing, I can influence other or make them do my objective, make them do my task or whatever I want. The other way, I can create obligation. Today I am supporting you, tomorrow you will support me. That is like creating obligation. If I have helped you today, then it becomes your moral obligation that you will help me tomorrow. And by helping, I can take advantage of that thing. I may help that person in something which is easy for me or that person today, but I can ask for help later on for any other thing which is difficult for me to do. So by creating obligation, making other feel obliged towards me by helping them today is the way in which I can influence them. I can get their help whenever I'll require. And the last way of creating or doing organizational politics is managing impression. Impression means showing such image that I am of this type. I may not be internally of that type, but at exterior side, I am showing some norms, something just to fulfill social obligations or to show social behavior. This can be done by different ways like flattering someone or obligation or networking or ingratitude. These are all the ways in which I can make impression. Okay, so these are the different ways in which organizational politics can be done. Thank you for watching the video, and you can obviously write me in comment box if you want any other topic in this particular subject or in any other subject which I can explain. Thank you.